First, let us denote the two support reactions at point A and B. V and VB both will be equal to WL by 2 since your beam is loaded symmetrically. So for a given cross section of horizontal beam subjected to vertical loading, we can write the equation for bending as bending moment maximum is equal to moment of resistance of beam. Now for a simply supported beam with a uniformly distributed load over the entire cross section, the bending moment maximum is given as WL square by 4. This is equal to moment of resistance of beam is sigma B max upon Y max into Ixx, or moment of inertia of beam about its centroidal xx axis. So this we can write it as WL square by 4 equal to sigma C max upon YC max into Ixx, or WL square by 4 equal to sigma T max upon YT max into Ixx. So to determine the intensity of loading W as well as maximum compressive and maximum tensile stress, we need to find out YC max and YT max. So our first step will be to determine the location of the centroidal xx axis of this I section from reference bottom level. So let xx be the centroidal axis of your total I section, which is at a distance of y bar from the bottom level. Your centroidal xx axis will also be your neutral axis. So to determine y bar, for convenience, let us divide this I section into three parts. Figure shows the enlarged view of your I section. For convenience, we have divided the I section into three parts. A rectangle of 120 mm into 50 mm as part 1, a rectangle of 30 mm width and 120 mm depth as part 2, a rectangle of 100 mm width and 30 mm depth as part 3, and x1, x1, x2, x2 and x3, x3 are the respective centroidal axes of the three parts, and y1, y2 and y3 are the corresponding distances of centroidal axis of each of the section from the bottom bar, whose values are given as shown in the figure. Now let xx be the centroidal axis of the total I section and its distance from the bottom layer be denoted as y bar. Now your y bar is given as a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 upon a1 plus a2 plus a3. So upon substituting the values, we get a1 is 120 into 50 and y1 is 25 mm plus a2 is 30 into 120 and y2 is 110 mm plus a3 is 100 into 30 and y3 is 185 mm. This whole upon a1 plus a2 plus a3. So y bar is given as 63.57 mm. Sorry, cut it. So y bar comes out to be 63.57 mm. Let us denote this value on the figure. Next we find out the moment of inertia of total I section about its centroidal xx axis, which is also your neutral axis. Your Ixx will be given as Ixx1 plus Ixx2 plus Ixx3. Now since the centroidal axis of each of the part does not pass through the centroidal axis of the total section, we will need to apply the parallel axis theorem. So Ixx1 will be given as BD cube by 2L plus A1 into y bar minus y1 the whole square. This is the moment of inertia of part 1 about the centroidal axis xx of the total section, plus Ixx2 will be given as BD cube by 12 plus a2 into y2 minus y bar the whole square, plus Ixx3 will be given as BD cube by 12 plus a3 into y3 minus y bar the whole square. Upon substituting the values, we get for part 1 BD cube by 12 is 120 into 50 cube by 12 plus a1 is 120 into 50 into y bar minus y1 is 63.57 minus 25, this as square, plus for part 2 BD cube by 12 is 30 into 120 cube by 12 plus 30 into 120 into 110 minus 63.57 square, plus for part 3 BD cube by 12 is 100 into 30 cube by 12 plus a3 is 100 into 30 into 185 minus 63.57 square. Upon solving, we get the value of Ixx as 66.71 into 10 to the power 6 mm to the power 4.